Okay, I'm back. I just got back probably like an hour and a half ago from my real world casting call. I'll probably talk about that and my experience and the things that are coming along with that. I'll talk about that at the end of this review because you know what? We came here today to watch a Young Justice review. As soon as I got home, I took off my pants because that's what I do. I took off my pants. I watched me some Young Justice. It's time to review one now. So let's go. Okay, insecurities. Now this is really like I say a Artemis slash Red Arrow centric episode, and you know what? That's fine with me because I'm not gonna lie, I got like a little dude crush on Red Arrow, man. That guy. He's pretty badass. I like Roy's character, and we all know that I like Artemis's character. So you put them two together, and it just makes all types of awesomeness. So I thought this was a great episode, a great way to keep the ball rolling because since Young Justice came back, they've been real consistent on great episodes, and they haven't stopped. Another great episode, and I'm just liking it even more and more, and I just can't wait for these final couple episodes because it just has this feeling that they can't go wrong right now. They're doing so good, so they can only keep going up. They can only keep going up. So that's what I feel, and hopefully that comes true. Now, this episode starts off phenomenal. It starts off with like a little robbery or whatever, and a little chase fight scene with Black Spider, and as soon as you see him, he comes down just like Spider-Man and stuff. And I thought that was funny. And his character design was pretty badass. The way he shoots out the little webs with his hands instead of going like that, he does it like that. I thought that was pretty badass. Like I don't know too much about Black Spider, but shit, man, that's a pretty badass villain. I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm pretty sure he's voiced by the same guy who voiced the Amazing Spider-Man. So I think it was, the writer's intention on doing that because I know the writers, one of the writers, I think Greg, he did the Gargoyles and he did the Amazing Spider-Man. So, and they canceled that out of nowhere, and that was a pretty good damn show. So I think it was just his way of just saying, you know what, F you, Marvel. I'm gonna, take my talent somewhere else, and that's what he did. And the way that like whole like first little scene with Black Spider, it just reminded me of him, of the Amazing Spider-Man, and his voice by the same guy. So that was pretty good, and I enjoyed that whole scene. A+ in my book. Okay, now this episode, like I said, it revolves around Artemis and her basically family issues and just her life issues because she has a lot of issues, and I feel sorry for her, and you can't help but you want to just put her in your pocket and just say, come on, you know what, it's okay. And what I liked about it, well, in the beginning when she's fighting alongside Green Arrow, and she does a good job on that mission when they're trying to capture, Black Spider. She does a good job, and Green Arrow, he gives her that, that good job, kid. He gives her some support, some confidence, and he builds her up. He doesn't. He makes sure he shows his affection, and he shows that she's done a good job, and I like that. I like to see that because with her character, we know she's been through a lot, and she doesn't have that fatherly figure. So when Green Arrow gives you a compliment and he embraces her, it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy because that's what I want to see. I want to see somebody give her Artemis a hug and say, you know what, I believe in you and you're doing a good job. So I like that a lot. And then we get to Red Arrow and Green Arrow. Now that's the first sidekick. Red Arrow, he's the first Green Arrow sidekick. So they have their little moment and they're fighting alongside, and I like that too because Green Arrow, he gives him that praise too. He praises Green Arrow. He praises Red Arrow. He says, you've come a long way. You're not a sidekick anymore. You're not. You have the potential to become a Justice League member, but in order to do that, you have to, you have to be willing to work with us. You have to, stop being so damn arrogant, because he is an arrogant bastard. I like the character and all, but he is an arrogant bastard. An arrogant bastard. I mean, there's no way around it. He is. So I like the way, Green Arrow went about that. And he tells him, like, yo, before you can join the Justice League team, come on, set an example for the Young Justice team. They can learn a lot from you, because you've been out there on your own. You've worked hard, so they can learn a lot from you. So I like that. And what ends up happening is he ends up joining the Young Justice team. So that was badass. So we get a new team member for right now. So we see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And what's interesting, now the team has two archers. They have two archers. They have Artemis and they have Red Arrow. Now we all know, like, Red Arrow is the more experienced and probably better archer, and that kind of brings Artemis down a little bit. And I like the fact that we get our little Spitfire, little connection, and we get the Wally embracing Artemis and saying, you know what, you don't have to prove anything. You don't. You've done it. I mean, you're on the team. You don't have to prove nothing to at least me, and that's what I like. He says you might have to prove something to everybody else, but you don't have to prove nothing to me. So Wally, I mean, you're the man. I like the Spitfire connection, and I like that he's becoming more comfortable around her to tell her his feelings towards her. So I mean, I think their relationship is just going to keep building and keep building. I mean, they're going to have some hiccups, as we all know, but I'm liking the way their relationship is going. Now we have Cheshire, we have Professor Ivo, and we got Sportsmaster. They're all plotting something. They're all doing some kind of evil scheming, and the Young Justice team, they got to try to stop them. And with the addition of Roy, you'll think that it'll make it a lot better, but it's not. It just causes tension between Artemis and Red Arrow and just the rest of the team, and they don't work well together right now, because there's just so much damn tension, because Red Arrow thinks that Artemis is the mole, and he's very suspicious of her, so he's pointing the blame at her at this, that, and the third, and she's keeping her big ass secret with her family, because now she's got to try to stop her father and her sister, and it's just so much damn drama around that situation that it's hard for anybody on that damn team to accomplish a mission like this. It really is. Like, when I heard what the mission was going to be, I was like, how the hell is this mission going to work? Because you got Red Arrow up here harassing, Artemis about being the mole, and she's being suspicious and she's lying to people. So it's not going to work, and it was proven in this episode. It was proven because Artemis feels like she can just take her father and her sister down by herself, so she can prove to everybody that she belongs on this team, and it just makes her look bad in the process. She just makes herself look bad, and you feel sorry for her, because her heart's in the right place, but she's just going about it all wrong. And Roy's ass is not helping at all, and he did get his little. He was kind of a little douchey today, but I mean, what can you do, man? With guns like his, I mean, you can't really do anything but just shut up and just watch him. So, and and Sportsmaster, God, that guy. I thought Superman had like a bad father issue thing, but this guy, Sportsmaster, he's just the king of daddy issues going wrong, like what not to do when you're a father. Like, you got your oldest daughter on as a villain, and you trying to bring over your youngest daughter, and you got it's just so much damn this guy. Boy, I tell you. He's I don't I don't understand, but it makes him a good character though, because you have to hate this guy, because you're like, what kind of father would do this to his family? Like, he's got a broken family. He has a broken ass family. I mean, and it's just sad. It's sad because you got the two daughters fighting each other, and it's sad, but it makes for a great episode. I'm not gonna lie, it made for a good ass episode. And I love the fact that Roy and Cheshire had their little moment. I like the way Cheshire was flirting with Roy and saying, you know you want this. She was basically telling like, you know you want this. You know we had a thing. And I like the way Artemis had the response. Y'all are dating and stuff. So I like that. And I like the way Cheshire. I just love Cheshire as a character because she's a very smart witted person. She's clever the way she talks, and she's just very smooth and slick. And it's just great because when she first sees Artemis, she says, "Hey sis, long time no tell your friends who you really are." And I really like that comment that she made. I thought that was a brilliant comment, and it was just very entertaining. So like I said, I love the Roy and Cheshire moment, and I can't wait to see more because Roy's got to have some kind of feelings towards her because, like I said, she is a bad guy, but man, whew, that's a hot little tamale right there. I'm not gonna lie, that's a hot little tamale. Okay, now the last like 2 minutes of this episode is what I really want to talk about because it proves that I was kind of right. If you look back at some of my first Let's Talk Young Justice, uh, I did say that Artemis is not the mole. All right, I did say that Artemis is not the mole, and this episode just proves it. Like she is not the mole. Everybody, I don't know who thought like I said before. She couldn't be the Mo because the writers made it too obvious to say to make her feel like she's the Mo. It was just too obvious that she can't be the Mo because they're putting in your face that she is the Mo. So obviously she can't be the Mo. So the writers are smart because they tricked a lot of people because I know a lot of people were like, yeah, Artemis is the Mo. No, she's not. But she wasn't because the way her father went about it. When you see him in the room and he's saying like, yo, your friends are turning on you and you know who you really are, like be that person, like it's in your blood. And I love that comment that he said, that your sister, she's a villain. Your father, he's a villain. Your mother is damn near a villain, which we did get confirmed that her mother was Huntress before she went to jail for being Huntress or whatever. But she comes from a family of villains, and Sportsmaster was like, yo, it's in your blood, so you need to just get away from these good guys and come join your family because that's where you belong. So he's basically telling like, yo, you need to stop being a good guy and you need to come be a bad guy. So she's not the mole guy, but it does raise questions that with him talking to her, will she become bad? Because she sees now that she can't she can't she can't stay on this team without making issues for herself. So maybe she gets pushed to being evil, but right now she's not the mole guy. She's not. All right, so we know that for a fact. So it's got to be somebody else. So I can't wait to find out who it is. Don't spoil it for me. All right. Overall, I thought this was a phenomenal episode. It is probably up there with some of my top favorites. Young Justice, they're being very consistent with their episodes. They're ending this season one very strong. I can see it now. They're going to end it very strong. So I can't wait to see the next couple of episodes. And please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought. Let's discuss this. Let's talk about it. And that's it for the review. And if you want to leave, you can. I'm going to start talking about the audition, Real World today. So I'm going to start talking about that. So you can leave if you want to, or you can stay around. So this is the Cirque Show 24/7. Be easy. Okay, now if you're just joining us, a couple months ago, I did a video submission or whatever to try to join the cast of The Real World. Last week, they hit me back out of nowhere. I was very surprised. They hit me back and they said they liked it. They said they wanted me to come in. They wanted me to do a audition and a casting call audition, whatever. So it happened today. I did it and it was phenomenal. It was real good. I did excellent. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I did great. I'm not even gonna lie. I got there very early. I got there around like 8 o'clock. I woke up around like 6. Got my swag on, and I was kind of nervous, but I was like, I just need to be myself, and then everything else will, just fall into place. And they put us in groups, like the people that they emailed and called, they put us in a group, and then they put the other people in a different group. So they put us in groups, and I was in my little group. It was like 8 of us, and we went up for our first interview. We went around the table, and we said our names, we said what we did, we just talked a little bit about ourselves. And going into this audition, uh, you have to understand that it was my first time being in audition, and it was a lot of people there. It was a lot. It was beautiful people there. Like it was, I was very shocked. I was like, man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now when I first got there, because my group alone that I was in, like the little VIP group, it had like models. They had this big buff guy, like red buff, good looking guy, buff, and it was just crazy. It was like, damn, man, these people they're looking good, but and I'm just an average Joe, but I was like, they look good, but let's see how they talk. They all talked, they all had their little interview, they all shared their little stories, and it was like, you know what? Any of these people I'm looking at, they can be on this cast. And I had my time to speak. I blew it out the water. I made everybody laugh. I stuck to the stuff that I knew. Told them what I did. I told them that, I like art. I do a YouTube channel. I like to have fun. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I am a straight edge person, but I still have fun, and I'm still goofy, and I like to cause drama and all that. I just told them who I really am, and they liked it. And what ended up happening was, after we did that interview, the casting people told everybody, okay, guys, y'all can leave. So I was like, okay, cool. And what ended up happening was, the casting lady said, everybody, y'all can leave, but Chris, you stay, and the big guy, the big swole guy, she told him to stay, and this black girl, she told her to stay, and she told us three to stay because she told us that we forgot to write some stuff down, like some of our information. I was like, oh damn, I thought I did everything. And then after everybody else left that she didn't tell to stay, she was like, okay, I liked you three guys, so what I want y'all to do is go to the back of the room, and we're going to set up another like kind of interview or whatever, like a written interview and stuff. So I'm gonna need y'all to do that. So I was like, oh shit, okay, this is it, I'm getting closer, to my dream. Was always to be on the real world. So I did my like second interview and stuff. They took my picture. They took my little picture of me so they can remember me. And they said, okay, what's going to happen is, if we think you can make the cut, we're going to call you tonight and tell you that y'all need to come in tomorrow. So after I did that, we gave them our information and stuff. They took our pictures. So, like I said, it went great. It was fun. I had a good time. I met a lot of new people, and we'll see what happens. I'm waiting on that phone call. They said we'll know tonight. If they want us to come back tomorrow, they're going to call us tonight by like 10. So let's keep your fingers crossed for me. If I don't make it, I don't make it. But if I do make it, that will be awesome. And is nothing better I would like to do than share it with my subscribers and people who watch. And I appreciate everybody, sending out the love and telling me good luck and stuff, and telling me that I'm going to do it, even when I didn't have confidence in myself, because I do get nervous. Sometimes it might don't seem like I don't get nervous, but I do get nervous. And when I got there, I kind of thought about my subscribers and everybody just giving me good feedback from friends and stuff, and I wasn't nervous anymore. I was myself. So I appreciate everybody. It means a lot to me. And we'll see. Tonight, if I get that call, I'll let you guys know. So, as always, guys, this is the Search Show 24/7. Be easy. Again.